Welcome to the practical guide and demonstration video, Even Count Breathing, combined with the power of I am statements. I'm so excited that you're here today with me, Dr. Shauna Rossington, and with Alex, my assistant, who is my daughter, who's going to be helping demonstrate Even Count Breathing combined with the I am statements. I first want to briefly review with you why this is so powerful and so important. We have two parts to our brain. We have our conscious brain and our subconscious brain. And our conscious brain is our executive functioning and our logic brain, and it's here in our frontal lobe. Our subconscious brain is where our feelings are housed in the amygdala, and it's somewhere in the back part of our brain. Now, the amygdala is also in charge of your nervous system, and it puts your nervous system into two states. It either tells you that your environment is safe and therefore you can relax, which is your parasympathetic nervous system, or it says that your environment is unsafe and it puts you into fight or flight, and this is called your sympathetic nervous system. Now, I like to refer to this part of the center of the brain like a sonar system. It sends out signals into your environment and then messages back to your conscious brain. Either your environment is safe, you can relax, or it is not, and you have to flee away, and this is the root cause of anxiety. And out of these two states, our emotions are decided. So it is very important that the amygdala is heard by the conscious brain. When the amygdala gets left on red, and we all know what that text message is like that gets left on red, this is when anxiety moves to panic. And this is why it's so important for the amygdala to be heard by the conscious brain, because our amygdala doesn't read our situations always correctly. And when you check it out with the logic brain, more times than not, the logic brain will not agree. So you may feel unworthy, you may feel unloved, but the logic brain knows that you are loved and knows that you are worthy. So I am loved, I am worthy. And this is an anchoring statement. And when we have this anchoring statement, it sends a message back to the amygdala that it's reading your situation incorrectly and that feeling is not necessarily valid. The amygdala sighs, thanks the conscious brain, and puts your body into a relaxed state. Now, the analogy that I like to use to demonstrate this concept is if your mind, body, and soul is like a car, and your feeling brain is driving your car, and your logic brain is in the trunk of your car. And so what we want to do is get that logic brain back in charge of driving your car. And so when we're doing our even count breathing, our deep rhythmic breathing, this puts our body into this relaxed state, and it calms our amygdala, because you cannot be deep breathing if you're in an unsafe environment. And so it knows that you are feeling safe. And when we're feeling safe, this is when we can retrain our brain. We can take it from those neural negative habits into the positive upward spiral. And that is why when you combine it with the I am statement, when you're done with your even count breathing, it anchors this new neural pathway in your brain. And it gets that logic brain back in charge of driving your mind, body, and soul. And when our logic brain is driving, it has a more correct perspective of our environment, our life, and our relationships. Sounds easy, correct? But again, when we're retraining our brain, as the book explains, this takes a lot of time and a lot of practice. And so with that said, I'm going to quickly demonstrate with you even count breathing with Alex here. And so Alex, I want you to choose 3 I am statements right now.
I am worthy, I am loved, I am safe.
So I like to practice these 3 I am statements after your even count breathing, but when you move to practicing the I am statements with your mala beads, just choose one to practice the 108 times. So, all right, so Alex, what we're going to do with our even count breathing, it's very important that we give ourselves a hug while we're doing this. It's very important that we give ourselves self-love, and so put your left hand on your right shoulder and vice versa. We're going to close our eyes, and we're going to take deep breaths through our nose, in through our nose and out through our mouth. And this is breathing in positive energy and releasing kind of that old toxic energy that is in us. And we're going to do it 8 times, and I'm going to do the counting, and I just really want you to focus on your breathing and settling into that really relaxed, deep state, okay?
Okay.
And then when you're done, I want you to say your I am statements out loud, all right?
Okay.
And here we go. And in and out. and in and out and in and out and in and out. Just let it all go. And in and out and in and out and in and out. And last one, and in and out. And really settle in.
I am worthy. I am loved. I am safe.
All right, say it one more time and really emphasize the am.
I am worthy. I am loved. I am safe.
Excellent. Now one more time with all the strength you can muster.
I am worthy. I am loved. I am safe.
Excellent. Now take a deep breath in. And on the way out, big hug, squeeze yourself. Lots of hard work going on there. And how do you feel now?
I feel great. I feel worthy. I feel loved, and I feel safe.
So thank you so much for joining us on this quick little exercise, and I would love for you to take this moment, practice this little exercise, and experience the power of the I am statement and getting your logic brain back in charge of driving and creating your upward spiral.